This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Hey, good evening. Welcome to Halas Hall. We were about to rename this the Ken and Woody Have No Opinion show, but we're joined tonight by Bear Down Mike. Mike the Bear fan said he'd be here, but he's probably on a rooftop somewhere because someone's shingle flew off and they need it repaired. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Good morning. Good evening, Woody. Say good morning. Good evening, Woody. How you doing tonight?
Well, good morning.
And Bear Down Mike, it feels like I haven't seen you in a while. Now you're all glitchy like the Matrix. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm trying to fix my glitch.
Time to fix get a haircut.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know.
Looking a little rough there.
That's
I
the
mean,
plan- that's the plan
haircut,
this weekend.
glitch. Tell you, he had a rough couple weeks, and it looks like it's the glitch. There you go. Nope, he's still glitchy. It's probably the background. Oh, see, look at it's the background generator is what it is. Yeah, it's your you might not be able to go with your background tonight. That's probably what's doing it. So all right, so hey, look, they report next week. We get football a week earlier than everyone else, while us and the Texans. Rookies report next week. Caleb and Rome have until Tuesday to sign their contracts. After the morning show, we looked it up. They have until Tuesday morning to sign their rookie deals. Let me start off this way. Does anyone think that the two of them or either of them will not sign the rookie deal by Tuesday? I guess we'll start with that.
No, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried either.
Yeah, I think they'll both sign. I know we had a contentious argument this morning. And
We did?
Well, when Packer fans fuel the fire, it's always easy to get us going.
You didn't have to fuel that fire. I was already fueled up.
Yeah, I know. You're not the Caleb fan. I
Nope.
get it. Look, I'm a Caleb fan, and so far as much as Ryan drafted him number one and got rid of Justin Fields for him, so I'm putting faith in my GM that the quarterback he chose is the guy. I guess that's how I'll explain it from my perspective. But he hasn't signed yet, right? I also have not signed my contract. I know my worth. I think that was a bad. That was, yeah. You know what, though, Woody? I mean, I thought about it some more. I mean, the whole situation is kind of weird. Mike Florio owns Pro Football Talk. He was the only guy in the national media talking about it on his website, on his pages, on his platforms. Gets an interview with Caleb and gets Caleb to say, "I know my worth." Now, dumb rookie mistake to take an interview with Florio, who's the only guy talking about this? I say yes. Is saying that he knows his worth a bad thing overall?
I'll gladly answer that.
answer. Mike the Bear fan had an answer post-show when he hopped on. He said, look, the NFL's already told you your worth as a rookie. Your rookie contract is at a certain number. That's all you can get. That's your worth. So, yeah, you know your worth, whatever the NFL told you it was.
Exactly.
I mean, Woody, look, I know you don't like him, Woody, so I'm going to let you run with this one. When he said, I know my worth, do you think it's because he wants to break the CBA, or do you think it's because he wants all of it guaranteed and that's what he's angling for?
it doesn't matter if I didn't like the quarterback or even if I did. First of all, you don't say that shit when you haven't even played a game yet. That I know what I'm worth. We don't know what you're worth. Chicago Bears don't know what you're worth yet. Yeah, we see what you did in college. We picked you 1 overall. But like I said, if I didn't like the guy or if I did, and if you come out and say that on NFL Network that I know what I'm worth, you should shut the fuck up. Shouldn't even said anything.
Now, bear down, Mike. I mean, what he says, we don't know what you're worth. Well, I mean, he's right in terms of a second contract. But as far as this contract, we know exactly what he's worth, don't we?
Yeah, we know what he's worth. Like I said earlier this morning, he was spoiled by NIL deals, all that media attention. He knows what he's worth. Well, you know what? The NFL knows what you're worth. You're worth this rookie contract for the number 1 pick. Deal with it.
Boo says all guaranteed. A little crazy not having played a game yet. I think
he hasn't played a preseason.
Yeah, I think all 3 of us would agree with that. Bear Down says Bear Down, the Bears Den podcast. Welcome to the show, guys. I agree with Boo. I mean, all guaranteed's crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy. I think 99.9% of the time with these contracts, when they get good afternoon to you out there in the Valley of the Sun. Good evening to the rest of us, Cam.
Mr. Butters.
I think he wants a lot guaranteed because of the risk of injury, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of why he'd want more guarantee as a quarterback with a line that last year was, 27th, 28th on pass protect. I could understand him fearing injury a little bit. Now, look, we think we fixed the O-line. Right? We think we fixed the O-line, but then again, did Justin get hurt so much that his career ended? No, he missed a few.
No, but I guarantee, and I'll bet anybody on this is that Justin Fields is going to be more mobile than Caleb Williams.
Oh, that's
guaranteed.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. That's more his style, though, too.
Maybe he's declaring off, I'm a pocket passer, and this is one of the worst offensive lines in the league, which we did address that in the offseason. Maybe he's worried about that, but man, that'd be the day I go to my GM and say, hey, I want all my salary guaranteed because I'm afraid to get injured. That's actually putting me down, saying that offensive line isn't fixed.
Look, Justin got hurt because he didn't throw the ball away and he ran out of the pocket and stuff, just throwing it away. He got hurt on his own. Other than that, he had pretty clean pockets. It's just,
Justin got better at throwing the ball away and not taking those hits as he went on.
That's a big problem with it.
He got better when he came back from injury.
Yeah. I mean, that was that was another turning point for him. Caleb is more of a pocket guy than Justin was, but he can be mobile. He has that in his repertoire, but he's not gonna. I don't think they're gonna do a lot of designed runs for him either.
Just picture Caleb Williams in the pocket against Atlanta like Justin Fields was. Would he have got out of that sack?
No, he's not as
no way. No way.
No, he's not. But then again, would he have held the balls? Well, a lot of the times Justin got sacked. It wasn't a lot of his sacks. If you look at it, and this is why I can understand Caleb. Like, they weren't even where he held the ball more than 3 seconds. They would come off his blind side undefended. Like, look at Aiden Hutchinson in the Lions. Just came off came off the edge. Boom. I mean, God, can I even take 3 steps? I mean, it was like watching the Mike Martz offenses back Butler's first year. So, and I think, and so we don't get off Odunze. I think Odunze is just waiting for his quarterback to sign, and I think they both sign at the same time. They seem to do everything together.
It's amazing.
I mean, look, I like their chemistry as teammates, as players right now, is what we've seen, supporting each other. And the other thing is, too, guys, I mean, the reason why this morning I was like, this is really nothing at this point. Have you guys seen anyone on the team even talk? I mean, basically, this has been Mike Florio. Has anyone on the team, have they interviewed like any of the players and said, what do you think about this?
I wouldn't. I would shut up.
No.
If I was a player, I would keep out of it. But in the back of their minds, I can imagine what they're thinking, especially that offensive line.
Well,
They're,
and they
they're,
know what we don't, right? They know
they're
the
more
reason.
worried about themselves right now because they haven't started.
Right.
They're worried
That's
about
what
the games ready to go.
and Mike, that's exactly what Caleb and Rome should think too. They haven't even started. They haven't played a game yet.
I don't think Rome is looking for anything. He's just waiting for Caleb to sign. I think Rome would sign right now if Caleb signed.
But he needs to be his own person, just sign. We all know Caleb's going to sign. Just might as well get it over with.
Yeah, Mike.
But it's showing support. He's showing support for his quarterback. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mike,
now, if he gets into a holdout situation, I agree with Mike.
I don't know if you heard the show this morning, Mike. Were you watching?
I got towards the end. I saw about 15, 20 minutes before it ended.
So do you agree Caleb Williams should have shut his fucking mouth and shouldn't even said anything like that?
Nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with Woody on that too. He shouldn't have done the interview. I mean, it's like, or if you're going to do an interview,
details we need to get through, but I'm sure we'll get it done. That's
what he should. Yeah, if you're going to do an interview to talk about the upcoming season, all that, and then exactly what you just said, Mike. When they ask about the contract, it's just there's a couple little minor details that are being worked through.
Great answer.
Nobody panic. We're gonna get it done.
Once again, rookies will be rookies, and look, he's gonna make rookie mistakes. That's obviously a rookie mistake. A seasoned veteran probably doesn't make that mistake.
That's the thing. Does it hurt Caleb not having that veteran in the room to kind of walk him through this kind of stuff?
I think it hurts not having. I think this is more about him not having an agent. An agent would have told him, "Hey, this is what you say and don't say." Having a team of lawyers look over the contract and your dad doesn't do that.
Well, the rumor is they hired an agent not to represent him, but to be an advisor. I read that somewhere. Where did that read?
I haven't seen it. All I've seen is that he has a team of lawyers to go over the contract. So and then look, that's fine. Do your due diligence, man. He pays them a straight fee, not a commission. That's the cheap way to go. I mean, I don't blame him. A couple other players in the league are doing that. Why am I giving an agent 3 or 8 or 7% or whatever that number is? Why these contracts? He's like, and I get why players aren't. Why do you need an agent for your contract as a player? I mean, your worth is your worth in the marketplace, and people know that. If you want a no trade clause, you want a no trade clause. If you want the guarantee, you want the guarantee. You don't need an agent to do that, and that's why guys like Roquan and they saved millions of dollars by not getting an agent. So I understand that. I understand that part.
I found it. I found the report.
I mean, agents though would tell you not to do and say, will tell you what to not to do and say certain things. I think he's missing that, and he's going to go through growing pains.
In his contract, it probably says I want to guarantee my 5th fucking year option.
So apparently,
no, you can't do that.
Agnon from EAS Football in Maryland. If you guys don't know who that is, he's reportedly the advisor to Caleb and the lawyers. He also represented Michael Strahan.
So he's paying a flat fee just to say, "Hey, yeah, this is good." Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, look at that's smart business wise, maybe. But I think he's missing that mentorship that believe it or not, an agent would probably give him. And hey, this is what you do. This is what you don't do. This is good. This is bad. And he hasn't been in the locker room long enough to get that from teammates.
Or you can, Lamar represents himself.
That's what he should be doing is reaching out to Roquan and
the veterans. Yeah. Especially quarterback, like, hey, what should I do? Just sign your damn rookie contract. That's probably what he's going to be told.
And it's probably what he's going to do. I think at the end of the day, I think we'll probably find out it was about something being the guarantee or how much of the signing bonus is paid up front. Or, I mean, look, the kid doesn't need the money. He made north of $25 million last year in NIL. Right. So, guys, the kid's got money. Now, that's the other thing, though. Mike, you brought up that maybe this is the bad side of NIL.
He got spoiled.
Yeah.
I've been arguing that that NIL is a good thing, though, because these guys already have the money when they get here, so they don't do the immature buying a bunch of gold chains and cars and all the other crap because they've already had the money for a couple years by the time they get to the NFL.
Yep, that's
So,
what
well,
I said first.
I never
What did
liked
I-
the
what did-
NIL deals because
what did
they
I
are
say?
technically student athletes,
Yeah.
right?
What,
They're not
what did I say
professional.
before the draft? I don't want Caleb's what in the locker room.
I don't know.
A-Dub sees it right there.
We'll have to wait and see if he does have a big head and ego in the overall picture. I mean, I don't think him saying "I know my worth" is an ego issue. Only because, well, look, I mean, most of us are older, but this younger crowd, what has their parents been telling them for the last decade when they were kids?
Well, his
Know
dad's
your
involved,
worth.
too.
Know your worth. Know your worth. I mean, that they drill it into these kids, so these kids all think they're worth X when sometimes or most of the times they're not. He actually probably is.
Maybe one of you guys know. You can look this up. Did Caleb Williams graduate college? Did he get a degree, or he left early?
Oh, he left early. They all leave
left
early.
early.
So this is what the parents should be drilling in their head. Even though he's number one pick, it could be number one pick next year, whatever. Get your degree so you can fall back on it if something does happen in the NFL that gets you injured and out.
I think a lot of them do.
Justin did.
Well,
Yeah, a lot of them do. They just do it quietly. You don't necessarily always hear about it, but most of these guys go back and finish. Very rarely. I can't think of the last time. I can't think of the last time I saw a guy who got drafted finish his degree on time. Because what happens? You get drafted, you leave school, and that whole process leading into the draft, you're not really doing your schoolwork. It's almost like you're there that semester, but you're not. I don't think he finished his degree, and he came out. Was he a senior, Caleb, or was he a junior?
He was a junior. I think he had one more year.
Yeah, and most of the guys who come out as seniors that last semester is dead for them because you got the combine, the visits, and all the other stuff leading to the draft, and the draft happens, and you go straight to work, and school's still in session for another couple weeks. So, Matt Forte finished after he was drafted. Next time we get Desmond Clark on the morning show, that's a good question to ask him. Like, hey, how many guys actually get their degrees in the league post getting drafted? Like, how many of them actually prioritize it and go back? But I mean, every year you hear of a couple different guys that go back and get it. It's usually not big, huge news, but every so often you see a clip of some guy going back for his degree.
He was a junior.
Yeah. So he's got like a year. He's got a year and a half left, probably, because this whole last semester was probably a wash because of all the stuff going into the draft.
Well, the teachers just gave him fucking A's. Oh, you're going to the draft? Here's an A.
Yeah. There's that crap
get around
too.
that shit.
But here's what NIL's made life different is because these guys make so much money, they can't be normal college students anymore. Well, not that they were normal anyways, right? As star athletes, but now they're star athletes with millions of dollars running around on campus.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not liking it so far.
No, I don't agree with the NIL deals.
So there's some other news. There are two Bears who have Olympic exceptions. I saw the article. Simone Biles' husband, what's his name, that we just signed?
Kevin Byard? No, not him.
Green Bay safety.
No, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, hold on. I'll find it. He's getting an exemption, of course, to go watch his wife.
Well, that's understandable.
And then another one, we've got a Bear actually participating in the Olympics this year. Who was it?
Tevin Jenkins, the shot put.
Yeah, right? I don't think it is Jenkins.
Don't hurt your fucking back, dude.
Yeah, no.
Let me find it, though, because, I mean, the Bears have always been very Olympics friendly. Where to go? But yeah, the safety we signed from Green Bay, I always forget his name. Simone Biles' husband. He's getting an exemption to go watch her. And then
it's Jonathan Owens.
Yeah, Jonathan Owens. They're letting him go take some time off to go to the Olympics. And then oh my God, where's the now that that's why I've been seeing the article all over the place. And now when I look for it, I can't find it. It's just bigger, just me. Yeah, no, I can't find it. But the Bears, we have two guys going to the Olympics, one to participate, one for his wife. That's kind of cool. And then Vegas, I hate when we do this. Vegas has given Matt Eberflus he is the odds-on favorite to win Coach of the Year this year. If you're betting, he's got the best money line for that this
year. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's funny though because we've talked about him, or some people talk about him possibly being on the hot seat. I don't know. Do you think he's on the hot seat this season?
With this team, offensive team, and he fixed the defense last year. The question is, can you see Eberflus taking over the defense mid-season if they're not up to par again?
I think he's cooked. I think he's already. I mean, the defense is his baby from day one.
This seat's definitely warm. If the defense comes out like they did the beginning of the season, like last year, it's going to get red hot.
So,
and if the offense doesn't perform what we all think it should, we know Caleb's going to have his rookie mistakes.
Right.
But that's why you got Swift, you got Keenan. There's a reason you got those guys to help him. You got to make it easy for Caleb. We're not telling him to go out there and be spectacular or do something crazy. Keep the playbook simple, make it easy. So I'm getting a lot of bootlegs.
No screen passes.
Fuck the screen passes. I don't want to see another damn screen pass ever.
I am so done with screen passes.
Yep.
I'm so sick of them.
I mean, I don't even think his seat is warm, to be honest, for two reasons. One, Poles always talk about breaking the cycle that the Bears have been in for the last 20, 30 years. So you just drafted a quarterback. To me, it says he's given Eberflus at least 2 years with this quarterback. Okay, that's one. Two is kind of what Woody said, is, the defense, with the job he's done there. You've just hired Shane Waldron. You've got to give him time. Now, look, unless this team completely shits the bed and wins only like 2 or 3 games, I don't think his seat's even warm. And the third thing is, when you look at Eberflus, dude, he does not look like a guy whose seat's even mildly warm. He looks like he's got the ventilated, air-conditioned seats going, and he's comfortable. I mean, he doesn't act like a guy who's on the hot seat.
Well, no, he in his mind he's not. Hey, we just drafted the guy we wanted. You gotta give me 2 years. But then again, if we we go 7-10, come on.
Yeah, if we don't make the playoffs with this team,
we gotta at least be middle of the pack on offense.
If we go 7-10, I think his seat's not even warm. It's the same record as last year. If we go 7-10, and there will have to be some situationality upon it too, right? Depends on how we lose the games we lose. But if we're in games, if we're not getting blown out in the ones we lose, and we happen to lose some close nail biters, I don't think the seat's warm this year after this season. However, going into the 25 season, I think that seat would be a little bit warmer.
I was saying this 2 years ago.
So, I think if Justin were still the quarterback, I think his seat would be a little bit warm. To be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I think if the defense didn't come on at the second half of the year and he wasn't calling plays, I think that whole coaching staff would have been wiped out, including him.
For sure.
Yeah, and the defense, I think that, and it showed that, and that's the other thing with defense. So we got money left. Some guys are still out there. Do you think in the next 7 to 10 days there's a shot we sign Ngakoue? Or should we?
I mean, if he's there, we have we have Sweat.
We definitely need help on that D line for sure.
I mean, we got a rookie, in the 5th round who's got tremendous upside. But the knock was he came out a year too early. If he would have waited another year, he could have been a first rounder or a high-end second round guy if he waited a year. So I don't expect him to be the day one starter this year. I mean, in the 5th round, the guy's got obviously some learning to do. So would it make sense to sign Ngakoue to at least maybe a 1-year deal again?
Yeah, I don't know what the Bears were thinking though, because they got pretty lucky to get a defensive edge rusher in the draft when all these edge rushers that were free agents that we could have got. I was very surprised.
Yeah, we didn't put any money there.
No, nope.
Right? We put money at the center position. Yep. We put money. I guess you could say. Well, yeah, I guess you could say wide receiver because of the trade, tight end, and safety, and corner and running. And we did nothing with the linebackers because we're solid. We did nothing with the D line.
Nope.
And the D line was a need. So, and I don't think the kid in the 5th round is the answer this year. I think he'll be a good rotational guy who can give you, who's going to make some plays, right? He'll show you a little something this year, but being a rotational guy that maybe next year he can become the starter. But they still I don't think they have a starter on the left side right now on the other side of Sweat.
No. I mean, do we really trust DeMarcus Walker? He's okay. He's a good depth piece. I mean, and Bulls may wait till cuts. Somebody's going to get cut. But teams don't typically let go of edge rushers like that.
Not experienced ones.
Let's see what our over the cap is. What do we have right now? We have 21 and change, but that's without 2 contracts still that will get signed. So that 21 number is not really.
We'll probably have like 8 or 9 at the end of it.
Yeah, well, it depends on what the cap hit for Caleb and Rome is. So we'll just say the cap hits about 10 or 11 probably between them. Which is funny because the contract's worth more than that, but I always find that funny.
I would just sign Ngakoue just for a year, like you said.
Maybe they don't sign anything because look at if you've got right now, I've got 89 on the active roster. Okay, there's 89 players signed on the active roster, right? So there's a lot of guys below the 51 top 51 cutoff, and none of those guys are the 51 or over. Maybe not even no one's over $1 million. Okay, so those are a lot of guys who could get cut. So that frees up cap space there. So this cap number is going to change again. You figure they want to keep $10 million in cap space when the season starts, right? And why do we do that? Because someone gets hurt, right? And then you got to go sign someone, and you're still on the hook for the guy who gets hurt, and you got to be able to sign someone to play the position, right? Or bring someone up off the practice squad or whatever. So I don't know. If you sign Ngakoue, you might hamstring yourself to now not being able to make a trade at the trade deadline or sign an injury guy. So money-wise, it might not work.
I mean, they could go into the season just with the roster they have now. Right? Save that money. Or, because I read around that Bears are number 1 to get Bakhtiari.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
I don't want that injury prone dude. You know how many games he played in the last 4 years?
He played 1 game last year.
No, in the last 4 years, you know how many total games he's played?
More than Tevin Jenkins?
How many Tevin played? He's only played in 25 games in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And he wants to be a starter.
Well, and he's good enough to be a starter when he's healthy. That's the problem. If he'd have to sign a very team-friendly contract, and look, he's getting paid. How much is he still making from? Let me find
He
out.
made 21 last year, I believe.
No, but it's like he's actually he'll show up on the dead cap for what he's making in Green Bay. Green Bay is still paying him like $20 million this year.
Yeah.
Green Bay is paying him $18 million this year.
Yeah. He ain't. No, yeah, you ain't.
So he's
getting
already
that.
you can get him for the league minimum. You probably could. So I mean, Bakhtiari is kind of like signing Russ. He doesn't cost you anything.
Well, the way I think of it is, well, the Green Bay Packer guy we signed and turned out to be shit for us.
Haha, Clinton Dix.
No, on the offensive line,
Yeah,
Lucas
well,
Patrick. Lucas Patrick was terrible.
But Bakhtiari though went healthy. You can't deny he's a
But
really
that's
really
not a
good
guarantee
player.
he's going to be healthy.
No, but that's why you're not
And
going to pay him a lot of money.
he'll be-
But that,
he'll
but
be
look,
healthy
if you get
12,
him for the
13
vet,
games.
if you get him, but if you can look at it, but wouldn't you take a flyer on him for the veteran league minimum?
He wants to start. He doesn't want to ride the bench.
Okay, I don't. That's fine. I don't care. Let him start. He's good enough to
Who
start.
has more upside though? Braxton Jones has more upside.
If I'm starting Bakhtiari over Jones if he's healthy every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
All right. So we play Cleveland again, and Myles Garrett is up against Bakhtiari. What happened to Jason
Okay.
Peters when that happened?
What?
I don't think anybody can stop Myles Garrett. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, but Bakhtiari's your. Look at Bakhtiari's the better player if he's healthy.
If
I mean,
he's
look
healthy.
at well, that's the thing. So
They probably think what's in the division, who these offensive linemen can
Yeah.
stop. 'Cause we
Yeah,
play
they
them
don't
twice.
care about Cleveland. We
I
when
wouldn't. I
we
wouldn't
even
take a
play
flyer
Cleveland
on him.
this year? No, we don't. We don't
I
play
wouldn't
Cleveland.
take a flyer on him.
Even for the veteran league minimum,
Not even that.
I would. He's
I'd
probably the
rather
best.
go get me a young guy because we still have.
Look at think of the things he could teach. Even just think of the things in practice he could teach Braxton Jones. He is
Okay, so Ryan
when
Bates,
healthy,
Coleman
when
Shelton,
healthy, he's probably one of the best tackles in the league. And I get it. It's when healthy. Okay, well, supposedly, here's the story on it. He played the Bears game last year, which, by the way, he had a perfect PFF rating in the Bears game last year. He gets pain in his knee, the one that was surgically repaired. They say, "Oh, we gotta go back in and clean it up. We messed it up, whatever." They go back in. Supposedly, they cleaned it up, and now he's healthy. Everything's been repaired. The reason he missed last year was to fix the surgery from the injury from the year before. So it wasn't like he got re-injured. They had to fix the procedure that was designed to fix him didn't do the job. So they had to go back in and fix it. He has not played a down of football since week 1 of last year. He's healthy. League minimum, no problem. Worst case scenario, he's now teaching Braxton Jones all the stuff that made him the best left tackle in football.
Teach him not to hold.
Yeah, Green Bay cut him because the cap hit was going to be $40 million.
Well, he also played on a better O line than the Bears have.
True, but Bakhtiari makes you better if he's healthy.
That's the issue. If he's going to be healthy, he would have to be 12 to 13 games healthy at least.
No, I don't. Like if you're going to pay him the veteran league minimum, if I can get 6-7 games of him,
if you want to be the starter, I need you to play 12.
Oh yeah, but I mean, look, if he's not healthy, he's not starting.
Well, if I'm,
dude, we're talking the veteran league minimum here. We're not talking. I'm going to pay the guy $18 million. Green Bay's already doing that for me.
If I'm Poles and I'm the Bears, I'd be looking at injury-prone people. I wouldn't want them on the team. Like, would I want Saquon Barkley on this team, even though how great he's supposed to be? No, he's injury-prone. I would not waste any money on him.
Well, then why do we get Swift?
Well, I don't know. He was healthy in Philly. You know what I mean?
I mean, and Barkley was pretty healthy.
I don't like
last year.
Swift. I don't like Swift either. I didn't like that signing.
Barkley was pretty healthy last year. I mean, look, I think
that's his first year he's been healthy.
I would not.
He had 2 non-contact injuries. There you go.
I would not be opposed to paying Bakhtiari the veteran league minimum and let him. Okay, you're the starter. As long as you're healthy, you're starting. Now I can move Braxton. Now look what I can do. Oh, I got Nate Davis issues? Okay. I moved Braxton Jones over one, moved my other injury kid, Jenkins, over to the right guard, and I'm better.
Yeah.
Now I can cut Nate Davis or make him a rotational piece
Oh, you're not.
for whenever he's not.
See,
He's
I
guaranteed
know.
$10 million.
Yeah, I know. But
that's
now,
what I want.
but now I got more depth because now Nate Davis is a depth piece.
You're gonna
I
pay
don't have to count on
$10 million
Davis.
to guarantee money for a depth piece.
Well,
Come on.
yeah, but it's tick for tack there because I'm paying Bakhtiari the league minimum. I get what you're saying, but it's tick for tack there.
If I'm paying
still
this guy $10 million, he's fucking playing. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but okay, look at it this way. Okay, fine. You could still leave if Davis is healthy. You can start him because you're paying him $10 million. You have to start him, fine, and then you can still play Jenkins or Jones at the left guard now, or Bakhtiari's starting, but you do a heavy rotation with him, and you rotate him.
No, you got to think you also got to rotate on our rookie.
All right. I'm going to raise my hand. I'm sick of this offensive line fluctuating every year.
Me
This
too.
person's getting hurt. It's going to move this person down. I think that's what fucked Cody Whitehair up, to be honest with you.
For sure.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, because he played every damn position on the damn line.
Absolutely.
Hopscotch.
But I mean, I think Bakhtiari, though, I can understand why the draw, because when he's healthy, man, the dude is the best left tackle in football. I get it. But league minimum, take the flyer on him. If it's a luxury. I mean, why not? I mean, I think we need to address maybe an edge like Ngakoue or someone like him, first. But Bakhtiari might not be bad to take a flyer on him, and maybe he's the guy you plug and play for Nate Davis if Nate Davis can't go or whoever.
Go for it, Ken. Go for it.
I mean, those articles are fun. It's always fun to speculate, but I mean, who knows what Bakhtiari wants? Who knows if he wants to play? He says he wants to play, but
he's what, 32? Something like that.
He's a type of person that will want a big contract even though he's injury prone.
Yeah.
He is.
So I would take a flyer on him if he
He's
wanted
born
to play.
in 91. Yeah, he's born in 1991, September 30th, 91. So he's about to be what, 33?
If he would come in and be a depth piece and a kind of a coach to the younger guys, I'm all for it. And he'll get some playing time, especially on like crucial third downs, where we need him the most. But if he wants to start, there's no guarantee he's going to go. Even for the minimum.
Yeah, he's the type of player that wants to play every down.
So Bakhtiari is getting paid nothing by the Packers. The Packers just took an $18 million cap hit to cut him. They didn't owe him any more money. So he is not making any money right.
There you
Interesting.
Somebody's going to give him some money.
So in 2022, okay, so basically from 2013 through 2019, he played a lot. Like he missed 2 games in 2015, 4 games in 2017. In 2020, he played 12 games, played 1 game in 21, played 11 games in 22, got hurt, played 1 game week 1 last year, and then went back and had surgery to repair what they didn't repair in the surgery after he got hurt in 22.
So, yeah, he only played 25 games in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Do you really want that kind of player on your team?
Well, but like I said, though,
even for cheap,
putting into context, though, why he missed last season, he didn't get injured. We didn't re-injure it. When they did the procedure, they had to go back and correct the procedure so it wasn't like he re-injured it. It was more like we got to cut you back open and go back and fix whatever we left floating in there, whatever. So
if you want to be a depth piece, I'd be okay with it. I still think we need edge more than that.
I mean, I think if we address the edge, I'd be more okay with it. If we address our need with, but look, the O-line's always a need. And if he's willing to be depth, willing to take the vet minimum, I say throw down. But I think we need an edge first, and we need to get an edge.
Yeah, we need to get to that quarterback a lot more this year. Sweat will help out, but he can't do everything.
And we also need Dexter and Pickens to step
Well,
up.
I'm interested in seeing how Dexter and Pickens do taking Justin Jones' place in the middle.
God.
I can't wait to see what's going on with that. I'm interested.
I mean, good for Justin Jones getting the bag from Arizona. Congrats, dude.
Yeah. And Montez Sweat made him better because he had a fire in his ass when they signed Montez Sweat.
Yeah, he makes all those guys on that line better.
Yep.
So let's see what's left in free agents for defensive edge.
Let's go out and put our money. Get Micah Parsons. Fuck it.
Send a second round pick. No, they're gonna ask for a first round pick.
Oh yeah. Jerry Jones will ask for a first, definitely.
Probably a couple firsts.
Well, Jerry can ask for a lot of things, but
hey, you know what? It doesn't hurt to ask.
Unsigned.
Yeah, I'll give
Caleb for 4 years.
I'll give him a number one pick and that 100-yard fucking screen I have at their stadium to put in our new dome.
So Ngakwe is still out there, 29 years of age. Carl Lawson, who was with the Jets, is out there at 29 years old. Emmanuel Agba, who was with Miami last, at 30 years and 7 months. Charles Harris, who was with Detroit last year. Mike Purcell. Rasheem Green. I'm trying to look see if there's any good names. But
was he on the practice squad last year?
What's up, Yoli?
Or Rasheem Green?
Let's see what. Yeah. Oh, good evening, Yoli. Let's see what Ngakwe they say if they have a value for him. I don't think they do.
That's probably about 7 or 8.
No, they don't have. Last year he got 10 mil. He's made $53 million in his career. Wow. He's a free agent. So I mean, yeah, there isn't much out there besides Yannick.
Unless we just play with the roster we have, and hopefully a great defensive end comes out of the draft next year, and we can use our number one pick for that.
Yep.
Or maybe there's a camp cut. You know, maybe there's
a young guy then.
a camp cut there.
Yoli, yeah.
Yeah, we're ready to beat the Packers, Yoli. We're ready to beat poor Yoli. You know what? Look, I hate to be Yoli after week 11 they lose to the Bears.
But Yoli comments every show. I want her on here. Let's go.
Could we not? Could Bulls not use that second round pick to get an edge?
I'm one of the biggest debaters. Let's go, Yoli. Come on.
Come on, it's Carolina.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that one. It's kind of like why would the Bears are going to trade one of their running backs? Why? For what? Draft capital coming into camp? No. If they're I think if we're going to trade someone a draft pick for a player, it's at the trade deadline. That's when that number 2 pick, Carolina's second round pick, could become useful to pick up an edge rusher. Sure, at the trade deadline. But at this point of the year, not now.
No. Maybe you save that money and see who comes along.
The Birds got a good backup. So do my team. Yoli, who's the Clifford. He thinks Clifford's a good backup.
Clifford's from Penn State. He can go fuck himself.
So, I mean, the only way you're going to address edge now is by signing someone who's either cut, is a camp casualty, or someone who's out there like Ngakwe. Ngakwe, of all the guys out there. She goes, I mean, the Bears got a good backup. Yes, they do.
Caleb might be good, but Bajan's going to be a number 1. He's going to be our starter.
That dude, he got jacked.
He did.
That picture?
Dude, you know what's so funny, though? You know what? He got jacked, but here's the funny thing. A couple weeks ago, I'm watching a Lions show, and they were talking about how one of their players got jacked, and oh my God, he's had such a phenomenal breakout year because he's so jacked. And I said, dude, that happens in every team every year. Some guy comes back totally jacked and ripped. That doesn't mean he's also going to be an all-pro. oh, well, yo, you guys don't get it with the Lions. They're all going to be like, oh, my fucking God, Lions fan.
I mean, thank God there's no arm wrestling in the Olympics. I don't know if there is, but Bajan will probably be there.
Mike's having technical difficulties with his camera tonight.
Yeah,
he needs a haircut. He doesn't want.
He needs a haircut and a shave, maybe. But yeah, But I mean, Ngakoue, though, you have to admit, for the guys who are out there, Ngakoue is a good name to sign if you can sign him. I mean, the guy is not bad. He's actually pretty good. Last year was a down year for him. The first half of the year, and then Sweat showed up. He played a lot better than he broke his foot.
Hey, is it an odd season for Robert Quinn?
Yeah.
Dexter's going to be good this year.
No, you don't get your fan shirt until you come on, Yoli. That's my
rule. That's Mike's lane, and Mike's probably on a roof right now. So unfortunately,
Yoli, we got 15 minutes. You got the link. Let's go.
You know what? I can send Yoli a link, actually.
Just pop on and say hello.
Let me try to see if I can send Yoli. Come on. There we go. Yoli now has the link.
I'll be on in the morning with Ken. You weren't there this morning because I was there. Well, I do apologize to everybody in this StreamYard, NFL, NFC North, trash talk, all that stuff. Ken, your show. I'm sorry I said fuck like 30 times.
That was great, dude. That was great.
Whew, was I worked up? My God.
Yeah, you were on fire this morning.
Whew.
You're like, what's that movie that's the sequel's out now? The Emotions. You're that little red fire dude, the angry guy. That was you this morning.
Inside Out.
Inside Out. Yeah, you're anger from Inside Out today, man. And you're on fire. It was like that. It was class. But I mean, yeah, Ngakoue, they definitely should sign. I think they should sign him.
I'm not liking the situation right now, so that's all.
Emmanuel Ogba made 16 mil last year. He's 30 though. Carl Lawson made 15 mil playing for the Jets last year, but he's 29. And you got, it's hard. It's really hard. There aren't that many out there right now. Let me look at. I don't think we're assigning any more offensive linemen. I'm not going to.
Well, we can say this. I think Tremaine Edmonds needs to have a better season.
Yeah,
he wasn't.
For what we paying him?
He had a majority.
Individual.
It was like 48 million.
Well, I mean, individually, let me see. Tremaine Edmonds is making 14 mil this year.
What total?
He benefited from TJ Edwards a lot.
Well, yeah, like
Tremaine
had
Edmonds,
how many interceptions for a linebacker?
Well, they both benefit from each other, yeah. Last year for Tremaine Edmonds, 15 games played, 1 game injury, 1 healthy scratch. 81.7% of the defensive snaps, 69 solo, 43 assists on tackles, 5 tackle for loss, 7 pass deflected, 4 picks, 1 forced fumble, 1 forced fumble recovered. That's his line for last year. His valuation, he's not far off. They're not far off on his valuation from his stats for what we're paying him, believe it or not. I mean,
okay. Take his stats and what did Sanborn do?
Sanborn, that's funny because you barely heard Sanborn's name last year. But Sanborn is getting paid next to nothing.
Yeah.
They find Sanborn.
Do they have similar stats? He may not play as many snaps as Tremaine did. I know he's got more sacks.
Jack Sanborn made $985,000 last year. Remember, he's still on a rookie deal.
Yes.
Well, okay. So his stat line for last year: 17 games played. He played in 38.5% of the snaps,
Yeah.
66.4% of special teams, 41 solo, 18 assists, 1 sack, um, 7 tackle for loss, 1 QB hit, 2 pass defense, 1 pick, and that's it. So you definitely he's the of the three the weakest individual stat.
Yeah, well, because he's not getting the snaps. Tremaine got 81. He got what, 38?
TJ Edwards, might as well look at all three of them. So
Wow.
TJ made 5.9 mil last year was his contract. He's getting
Worth it.
5.9 this year. Stat line: 17 games. He played 97.2% of the defensive snaps, 20% of special teams, 90 solo, 63 assists, 2.5 sacks, 8 tackle for loss, 8 QB hits, 7 pass defense, 3 picks, 1 forced fumble, 2 recovered, and no touchdowns. So yeah, he definitely of the three. Look at his stat line. He's like, well, he should be getting him and Edmonds to swap contracts.
Yeah,
Is
that's
what you're
what I'm saying.
thinking.
But Tremaine needs to
But
have
as a group, as a collective, that linebacking core earned their money.
Yep.
As a group, at least
I
if you look at the board and who
Noah Sewell. I would like to see him get more snaps instead of just special
Sewell
teams.
didn't play much. He's going to be super cheap.
I would like to see him as well.
Noah Sewell made 900. Noah Sewell, he's $915,000 this year. Last year made $750,000. His stats last year: 13 games played, 3 games injured, 1 healthy scratch, 2.5% defensive snaps, 60.9% of special teams, 2 solo, 3 assists, and that's a stat for Noah Sewell.
So he's playing more special teams.
Yeah,
a lot more. Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the linebacking core last year, if you look at your board and say, okay, for whatever the percentage we're spending on the linebacking core of our defense, that core is worth the money we're paying. So I get what you're saying, Mike, but as a group, we're not overspending on the linebacking core.
No. As a group, we're the best. We're probably number one in the linebackers.
You're like Edmonds and Edwards probably need to just swap their contracts
yeah.
Yes,
I completely agree on that one.
But then there's the intangibles, though, right? The stuff that we don't see in the stats, like how much of the one stat line being better is because of what the other one's doing. There's some of that happens too. So I always find that when you're looking at your linebacking core, like, Briggs should be in the Hall because of a lot of what Urlacher was able to do was because of Briggs. Just like T. Sizzle should be in the Hall because a lot of what Ray Lewis did was because of T. Sizzle. There's a lot to say with that linebacking core when you're talking about these duos. So money wise, we're good there. We just need an edge guy, and I would not mind some O-line help because we do need more depth there. And so if it's Bakhtiari and he's cheap, I'm down. I'm not expecting a lot out of Bakhtiari. I'm expecting the T. Braxton Jones.
I think you can cut like Larry Borum. I think he's.
I think Borum is good when he's a rotational guy. When he comes in for a series to give you a break.
Carter.
Where Borum gets you in trouble is if you have to start him and he's playing all 4 quarters and he doesn't get a break.
What about Tyree Carter? Who? I mean, that could be a cut candidate.
And Borum is cheap, isn't he?
The Borum's extremely cheap.
So Velius Jones, if we cut him, it saves our cap $555,000. By the way, so I doubt he's going to get cut. He's not worth that much money.
He may go to a practice squad.
Borum is actually $3 million. But if we cut him, we only save 8. We save
Nothing, near nothing.
Oh no, if we cut him I'm sorry. If we cut him the dead cap's only 83,000, so he could get cut. We'd save like $2 million. If Bourne were to get cut. So
Yeah, there you go. There's your Bakhtiari money right there.
yeah.
Oh.
Sweat makes the most on this roster, then Keenan Allen, then Edmonds. Moore's gonna get a pay raise. Jalen is only making 7.9 this year.
That's if Moore wants to stay.
I think he wants to stay. I find that I don't think he's gonna want to.
I don't think he wants to either, but you never know with these guys.
We'll see with this quarterback because I know he wanted Justin Fields to stay.
Yes.
Yeah, because
he's taking Justin's number.
Yeah, he did take his number, but I think with the receivers when this was all going on, Kmet, Moore, both guys had career years with Justin. Of course, they're going to support their quarterback because he was still their quarterback. But then Moore though also said, "Hey, if he leaves, he leaves." He said that too. So, and knowing that there's now 2 more mouths to feed with Keenan Allen and Dunze, Moore knows that's going to affect his numbers, but he's still going to get a pay raise. Wow. I think it depends on how Foles comes to him for his pay raise.
I think Keenan Allen's still a 1-year rental.
Yeah.
He may be. He very well may be. It's a weird 1-year rental, though, if you think about it. Because you're not all in for a Super Bowl this year, are you? I don't think we are.
No.
Like, that's something you would normally do if you're all in for a Super Bowl appearance.
Keenan's so why would you development of Caleb and mentorship to
so maybe they got him knowing they were going to get Caleb in Rome.
Yeah, okay, he's a mentor to them. He's well worth it.
But otherwise,
he can still help DJ. DJ can still learn from stuff
from
Keenan.
But you know what I mean? Though otherwise, it's kind of like other than that, though, it's kind of like a weird. That's like an all-in kind of move. I mean, if we can keep him for a second year or a third year, even maybe up to 3 years at a good price for 2 more years, re-sign DJ at a good price because we got some other contracts we have to deal with.
If we were if Foles was all in, we would have a better edge than what we have now on the other side of Montez.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, look at the goal is make the playoffs. Once you make the playoffs, you're a Super Bowl contender, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, and there's still trade deadline stuff that's going to happen. So maybe he's like, look, we go through the first 6-7 weeks, and if we're looking like a playoff team, I'll pull the trigger on a trade to bring in another edge guy who there will be one available.
Hey, New England, what do you want from? I'll give you a 2nd-round pick from Matthew Judon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. Imagine that.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, but do we have? But that's when you come back down to. That's when you come back down the cap room for this year, because however much money's left on Judon's contract for the year is what's the cap hit. So you got to have money.
Do it.
Yeah. So and that's if they'd sell Judon.
Yeah, I doubt they will, but hey.
Yeah. So I mean, I think Foles is okay taking a wait and see approach as far as maybe spending the rest of the money. And you got to leave a little bit there. But hey, this time next week we will be talking some actual Bears football. We should know if our rookies have signed their contracts. We'll have had at least 2 days of practices for next Wednesday's show. Whether we do a show this Sunday or not, I know we've been a little up and down. It's been one of those summers. Right now the plan is we'll be here Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Central Time, noon Eastern. Don't forget tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central, Ken and Ken in the morning, every Monday through Friday. But for all of us here at Halas, it's about that time. So everyone, have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, Ken and Ken, and we'll see you Sunday right back here for Halas Hall Report. Have a good night, everyone.
Bear down.
Bear down.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on